Although this man and woman are speaking French, we can tell they are talking about the flowers she has for sale simply by watching their actions. Action is a language, and it is a universal language. You understand the meaning of the Muslims kneeling in prayer, or the Italian guide showing tourists around. We use the language of action all the time in our daily lives. Unconsciously, our bodies respond to our feelings. And consciously, too, we use action to tell others what we mean. In public speaking, the language of action has three parts. The first is posture, the way you stand and hold your body. A poised, well-balanced body position is best. Weight is principally on the balls of the feet. Posture has much to do with what you say to the audience. You can see what changing body position means, how distracting it can be. Closely related to movement is gesture, the third part of action. By gesture, we usually mean all movements except walking. This includes facial expressions, head movements, movements of the neck and shoulders, arms and hands, and the whole torso. In most gestures, all parts of the body work together to give a coordinated effect and meaning. An experienced speaker starts his speech while he is sitting in front of his audience. His posture while sitting, his first movement to the front to speak, these actions tell the audience about his attitude.
Ladies and gentlemen, if most of us were to describe what we think of when we hear the words atomic energy, it would be a tremendous cloud floating awesomely and lazily heavenward. But today, I want you to think of a new meaning, of a small piece of metal on the end of a rod, separated by a plastic shield from the handle. When a doctor's hand holds this atomic dagger against a wart or small tumor, it performs an act of surgery, destroying the tissue, and in a few days, the tumor disappears.
Naturalness, control, effective technique. These typify good use of the language of action. Sometimes we see speakers who use gestures, but without adequate control.
A big one. I don't know, maybe 50 feet, maybe more. But when it came down, it made a big crash.
Such gestures and movements call attention to themselves and detract from the speech. When you speak, you call on the skills you have gained through practice, skills in using the language of action. Remember, the language of action is a universal language. It is a language we use all the time in our daily lives. It uses posture, movement, and gesture to convey meanings. When we use this language in speech situations, we want naturalness, control, and precision. These come from knowledge and right practice.
So perhaps you have found a new meaning for atomic energy, one that promises power, knowledge, and new controls of the forces of our universe. If you have, you know it is more powerful than the atomic bomb.